So this nesting thing is like seriously legit. It's been ramping up the last couple days. A couple times I thought I was going into labor. You bringing that for your mom? That is so kind of you. Thank you, bud. It is prep time. If you're new here, my name is Janine. This is my channel, The Mennonite Mom. I have a 5-year-old boy and another one on the way that is due in 2 weeks from the making of this video. And it's time I get cracking and tie up some loose ends together. So if you feel like it, we'd love to have you stick around and subscribe. Anyway, I know it's really a thing on YouTube to like show what's in my hospital bag, what's in my diaper bag. I wasn't really planning to make one of these. I feel like mine is just pretty boring, but I'm like, you know what? Why not? It's a stage of life. I'll quickly show you guys a run through of what I plan to take along to the hospital, and then after that just take you along a little bit as I prep a few last minute things here around the house. I tend to be the type of person that underpacks. I don't like to lug a bunch of stuff along like when we're traveling or just anywhere. However, after I got to packing, I'm like, I think I'm taking a little bit too much stuff, especially for the baby, because it's not necessary, but I'll explain it later. All right, so my number one most important thing, if I forget anything else, I have to have this, and that is the camera. Ever since I was young, I have loved to document life. I just remember as well with Xander, when Xander was born, it was so special. That first time I held him in my arms, just being in awe of this little child that is all yours. And there's so many special little moments from our hospital stay that I'm so glad I caught pictures of. Actually, let me just show you really quickly. I'll take you back here to our really messy room. This is sort of right now turned into another huge mess with all the baby prep and whatnot. But I have a shelf here full of scrapbooks, and these go way back to when I was like 14. I have done so many pictures, and I plan to keep it up, and I'm trying to keep it up because I feel like memories and photos are one of the most valuable things that I own. They're the most precious to me. There's so many things in life we forget, and a picture is worth 1,000 words, and it can just bring that memory back so fresh. You just see it, and it just sparks memory. So these scrapbooks are way back in the day when I printed all my photos and scrapbooked the old-fashioned way with paper and stickers. So they take up a lot more shelf. And then this is more recently when I started digital scrapbooking. I think it's this one. No, here we go. Ah, these pictures bring back so many memories. Nolan being dad for the first time, how he was just enamored with Xander. I took this photo from my hospital bed, and then that time when we brought him home for the first time in his little car seat. So yeah, capturing moments of life means so much to me, and I want to make sure I have my camera along. The photographer side of me does not want to rely just on phone pictures. So camera, also my tripod, just in case we want to set up some shots for ourselves. Also, I will be writing down on a piece of paper all the things that I need to grab last minute because I still use all this and it can't just sit here in my bag. Some of the rest of the stuff is just so basic. It's just kind of the things we need. So I don't really need to be worrying about packing all my postpartum needs. I have a few things along, but for the most part, I remember the hospital just supplied everything, and you can take whatever you want home. I have a dress packed away for on the way home. Also, all your underwear needs. I did get a nursing bra that I want to take along. I have a nursing t-shirt, some comfy leggings, socks, and a big robe. I do like to have robes along. Maybe not exactly for the birth experience because everything's kind of a mess anyway, but for afterwards, sometimes I'm pretty sure there'll be some people coming to visit, so I like to have something to wear, cover up with. So I got this one on Amazon. I really like it. I think it's pretty basic stuff, I know, but people kind of want to know what you're taking. Most of the stuff that you need for postpartum, whether it's pads, whether it's your spandex or your Depends, whatever you call them, all that stuff that goes with birthing. Anyway, I'm taking some of that along just kind of for reassurance, but not much at all because I know that they have taken care of everything. I also just got a cheap pair of flips at Walmart to walk the hospital floors and to shower in. They say the hospital showers can be kind of gross. As far as cosmetics, I just threw a bunch of things here in a bag. There's the basics, obviously. You want your toothbrush, your toothpaste, you want to feel human there. I put everything in small bottles. Like I have some shampoo, body wash combo. I'm just doing quick, small, easy things. Some hairspray, I put it in a small little bottle like this. Hand sanitizer, I'm sure they have it there. So if people come want to hold the baby, we have this option there. And just for ourselves too, just because hospital and yeah, everything. Definitely hand sanitizer, deodorant, and then I also have this deep blue. This is by doTERRA. When I get really tight muscles or headaches, this definitely really helps. Rubbing it on my neck, and I just suddenly thought, you know what? I want to throw that in there just in case I need it. Also, I'm bringing some hair things in here. I'm not gonna bore you and show it all to you. But another big thing is lotion and chapstick. Another thing I have is nipple balm for nursing. I don't remember using this much with Xander, but my memory has faded fast. I didn't remember that I cracked and had a lot of pain, but I'm definitely taking this along just in case. Also, I had forgotten to pack this in my hospital bag, nursing pads for leakage. Definitely don't want that going on. And I may also, not sure yet, I may take some formula along. I know they have formula there, but I don't really like to use that. There's a certain brand called HOLLE, Whole, I believe, that back when I had Xander, I had researched after I had to stop breastfeeding him once I was going on strong medication. That was pretty expensive, but it would be nice to have it on hand just in case I do have problems with breastfeeding. So I do need to go order that, try to get it here in time. A few more things like that I probably should pack. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as for me personally. I don't really think you need a whole lot. It's just sort of like you're traveling somewhere, especially since the hospital really takes care of what you really need for postpartum. I might take my pillow, I'm not sure on that yet, but it is very comforting to have your own pillow along. But I'm the type of person, the less I can take, the less I know I have to bring back and put away, and it's only for a day or two. It's not like you need that much, and we don't live that far from the hospital, which is nice, so Nolan could actually run back and get some things. Another thing I want to add is some snacks. Snacks for Nolan, snacks for me. I'm not sure if this hospital will let me eat while I'm in labor, but I think it's crazy that they don't. With Xander, I actually started at a midwife, and then it just went on and on and on and on, and I ended up in a hospital. So this is the first time we're actually planning to go to the hospital. Also, this is my tote that I got off of Amazon. I've been needing another tote, and I really like it. It actually has kind of bendy sides here that snap into place, and the whole thing folds down for easy storage. So this is going to be my tote. And honestly, I wouldn't even really need my diaper bag for the baby. The baby doesn't need that much stuff, but I feel like I overpacked for the baby for sure. This is where you're all gonna be like, you're crazy, you need to pack more for yourself and not as much for the baby. But let me know if there's anything that you really enjoyed when you went to the hospital having along, like some little extras. Now there's a few other things that I need to throw in last minute, like phone chargers, some of my camera stuff, snacks, I need to get that on top of that. I'll have a paper on top just to check it off quickly when we're ready to go out the door. Alrighty, let's talk about the baby. I talked about this diaper bag before. It's by Cutie Carry. I really, really like it. And I already had some things in it just for myself, like wipes on this side. They're all ready to go. You don't really need to take wipes to the hospital, but since this is my diaper bag already, they're in there. But let's talk about clothes. So once again, the hospital pretty much supplies everything you need with the baby. They have wipes, they have Pampers, they even have blankets and hats, that type of thing. So a lot of this stuff is just extras. And it pretty much all comes down to clothes. I don't know why I'm packing so much, but I want options at the hospital. I'm not sure if it's my befuddled brain that just can't seem to pull an outfit together. I'm just like kind of like, man, I don't know which one I want to wear. This is like not even a dilemma. It's just I'm like, you know what, I want to pack different stuff just for options because there's going to be people coming over. I like to have a cute picture to send out when you do the announcement. It kind of gets shared everywhere, so I'd like to have a picture with some cute clothes and not just the hospital stuff that they provide there. First off, I am taking some Nooks along. I know that often the hospitals don't recommend that you start them on them, but I'm taking them along because I really like them for Xander. Second is I have an extra pair of outfits, 0 to 3 month size, just in case the baby is a little bigger. So I have a sleeper for 0 to 3 months. Sure hope she won't be that big. Xander was 8 pounds 3 ounces and he easily fit in newborn size. And then I just got like a little leggings or pants and a onesie in the same size, just in case. This would be cute for photos, in my opinion. And one of my friends also just told me, she said, you really should pack a boy outfit, just in case. the ultrasound is wrong and that the child doesn't have to live with the humiliation of coming home in girl clothes. So I do need to run up and grab a sleeper or something that is more not so flowery and fits a boy a little better. Next up in this pocket, I just threw in a bunch of like little headbands and bows. And this is like definitely overkill, but I've never had a little girl before. Don't really know what I'll like on her. Like, will I like the smaller ones? Because I am a big fan of bows, especially if they're soft and comfy. So I have a couple of different colors here. I have some bigger ones. And then I also have a little white hat, some gloves. I don't know if I'll use these much. These are like to put over their hands so they don't scratch themselves. And then I also have another hat, white hat as well. Actually, I have a few of these just so that I have some picking choice when I get there. And to me, it's not a big deal to pack this much extra. I'm already taking the diaper bag and it's all clean. I'll just bring it back, put it away in its drawers, whatever I didn't use. I just think it'll be fun to have some options there. Another thing I have on the top zipper, I won't be showing you the name, but on my side, it has her name on it engraved. I think it's really pretty. I've seen this done where you put this, lay it on her blanket or whatever, and this is kind of your announcement with her name on it. I got that just for something fun. One thing I did want to take along for the baby, I'm veering away from clothes right now, is lotion. I'm a little bit more particular with like the lotion and that type of thing that goes on babies. A lot of the stuff that they use at the hospital, I don't really mind. It's just for a day or so, but I did bring a healthy, non-toxic lotion for the baby that I have here, and I'm just gonna throw it in the bag in case I want to use lotion on the baby. All right, so I have like 3 outfits I'm taking along. I had bought one outfit for like maybe bringing her home and photos. I'm not sure yet how it's going to work. It's a little cardigan that goes over the top of a onesie, and I think it was so cute in the photos. I'm not sure how it will look on a newborn, if it's gonna look too baggy, but I'm gonna take this along because this is my first pick. The little leggings, the onesie that goes with it, and then the cardigan goes on top, and then there's a matching bow yet. So I'm also bringing some sleepers along. I really would only need one. I think often they just have the baby wrapped up in a blanket anyway. Honestly, in all reality, if it wasn't for just wanting some cute outfits, really just one sleeper is really all you need. The next outfit that I have, I really like. It's a little onesie that says little sister on it, and I want to have her in this when Xander comes to see her. I'm hoping to have a big brother shirt for him, just for fun. And with it are these little leggings, which I think are really cute. So let's just, can you see that? Pair that together. Ta-da! I also have this little flower. It's like a headband, but I'm not sure if I like it. I was never really a fan of elastic around a baby's head. I like it softer, but I do have this little hat as well, if I want, depending how cool it is. Hat and gloves that also match the pink. So lots of little odds and ends of things, but it's fun. Not necessary, but definitely fun. Little socks, of course. I'm just taking one pair along. Now the last things I have is definitely overkill. I am taking 3 different swaddles. The reason being, once again, for pictures. I'm not sure what I'm going to dress her in. And I would like something maybe to lay her out on. It depends how long we're there. When I was there with Xander, we were there for 3 days. And that was a long labor. It was mostly the labor part. And it snowed, and so we were there for quite a while. So if I do end up taking some pictures there, I just wanted some options, just for fun. And then I also have the heavy blanket because we are having a lot of cool weather. And depending how cold it is, I need something warm. I also threw in a few Pampers, but I don't really think I'll need them, but just in case. I think that pretty much covers it. Let me know if you think I'm overpacking or underpacking. I have seen some of these videos where people really pack, like they pack everything, and I feel like I'm pretty much just doing clothes and a few cosmetics that are needed. So I think I'm pretty much packed and ready to go. Oh, the other thing I should really pack is a Nerf gun. Last time, poor Nolan, he was so wore out, so we were done. We went through like, what was it, 2 nights before he was ever born, and he was just conked on the couch that one night, and I needed his attention, and I could not wake him up. Like, seriously could not wake him up. I was like winging washcloths at him because I had like these cool washcloths because I was really itchy. I couldn't get out of the hospital bed. I could not wake up my husband. Like, I was just winging things at him until I finally hit him in the face. Anyway, so I should really pack a Nerf gun. That way if he falls asleep, I can make sure he stays awake. No, he does really well I'm making him sound like he just fell asleep, but it was a long labor. I think it was like 40 hours or something. Hopefully this one is better. All right, just a few more things I'm gonna do. Not that they have to be done, but just to mark them off my checklist and feel a little bit more ready. Because I've been having some signs and different things that I'm like, maybe this baby will come earlier, and it would just be nice if everything was ready, set up for when I come home. I still can't believe we got this ride right before the baby's coming. It's just amazing. Just amazing. Just amazing. In a previous video when I was doing like baby prep products, different of my favorite products, I mentioned this folding changing table that I'm trying out for the first time this time. Anyway, it was definitely one of those things I'm like, do I really need it? It seems a little extra. Like, you don't really need a folding changing table. You can change diapers on the couch, on the floor, or wherever there's a flat surface. And a lot of people mentioned that as well, like that this is just kind of an extra, like they never needed one, they wouldn't want one, like the couch works great and the floor and everything. I agree with this. However, there's a few things that I have just for me personally speaking. There's a couple things that really gross me out. Let me know if you're one of these people or not. That is changing Pampers on any space that you eat on, or even just like giving a baby a bath in the kitchen sink. For some reason, those two things to me need to stay separate. So like kitchen counters, any flat surface in the kitchen, unless you use like a changing pad or something underneath them, that's for sure staying completely away from surfaces. I personally love to stand when I'm changing diapers. Things just tend to happen, and I have had so many blowouts and that type of thing that trying to change on a couch just seems like a mess to me, and even on the floor. I've done that numerous times, but I always want to kind of make sure, especially if it's a really messy one, that I'm not getting it on anything else. And so that's why I like something like this. And the other reason I got a folding one, this is more for just postpartum, like the first 6 to 8 weeks. When I'm recovering, my mom always said, you be so careful. Like, she was very hard on like simple things like sweeping the floor, changing laundry, bending over, picking things up, using the stairs too often. And I've heard this from other people as well. The less you do of that kind of thing, the more you relax and take care of yourself, the quicker you heal, and the quicker your emotions and hormones and everything get back to normal, hopefully. And so since our changing table, like our main one, is upstairs, I don't want to be constantly running up and down to change the baby. And when I'm in that healing process, I don't want to be like doing a lot of bending over, sitting on the floor, getting back up, that type of thing, as little as possible. So that is why I ended up getting a folding one. Because before, my sister had set up a really nice changing station for Xander. I hadn't done it, and I suddenly realized how much I loved it, having one downstairs. So that was a little long rant why I chose one, because I tend to be more, the less things I have in my house, the better. And this is one of those that kind of seems extra, but I love that it's folding, and I can just fold it and put it in the attic when I'm done, maybe in 6 to 8 weeks when I'm ready to start running up and down the steps again. All right, so I just put like one of the baby towels here on the changing table. I want something a little bit soft to lay her on. Pampers, wipes, pretty much all I need down here. But I do have this diaper caddy that I brought down for now. Most of this stuff lives upstairs in the nursery. Just a few things that I have, I just thought I'd show you. This is more the staples I like to have around for babies, and I might be missing something, but baby lotion, obviously. I do have some baby powder. I'd never used it much with Xander, but I do have it from last time. A nose Frida. These things are really nice for babies' noses rather than the bulbs. Highly recommend. And then I also have like nose drops for the baby to kind of help loosen things up if it gets tight. I have some baby chest rub for like colds and congestion. And then also I got this organic baby balm salve for diaper rash. It's good for various skin problems, I've read. It's green goo, it's called. Had a lot of good reviews, recommendations for a natural product for use on baby's bum. And then I also have gripe water. Anyway, so I have daytime and also nighttime.
Nighttime. Daytime. Nighttime. Daytime.
A thermometer. And then of course like a little bag with like brushes and nail clippers and that type of thing. And then last of all, Xander is still sleeping, but once he wakes up, I want to set up our little portable crib for beside the bed. That's where the baby will be probably for the first 6 weeks or so before I let her sleep out in the crib area. And so I need to get that set up, and then I think we're pretty much good to go. Another thing I've been trying to do more of, and I'm still further behind than I wish, is to meal prep ahead, which is so handy, like quick freezer meals. But a quick tip I have, instead of like making a big day out of it, especially when you're so tired when you're pregnant, instead of making this big day and just making meals for the freezer, even though that's nice and you get done more quickly, I personally like to just kind of plan ahead and think, okay, what meals freeze well, whether it's casseroles, whether it's just something like meatballs or meatloaf, and then later you can just, you know, throw in some greens or something, is just to kind of plan it ahead through the week. And then when you make your meal for the evening for your family, just make it like ×3 or ×4, however many you want to stick in the freezer. It takes a little bit more time, but you're already making it. Then you have your meal for the evening, and you can stick like 3 or 4 extras in the freezer for when baby's here. So that's what I'm trying to do. So far, I've only gotten soup and meatballs done. So my life is slowing down a little bit. I'm getting caught up on various things. So as long as the baby doesn't come too soon, I want to focus next week as well on just doing more of that, planning ahead, making sure I've got enough food, and making freezer meals. So that's another super handy thing to prep for baby. Something I've been doing a little bit of, and want to do a lot more of yet. So this nesting thing is like seriously legit. It's been ramping up the last couple days. A couple times I thought I was going into labor. They were timeable, everything, and both times like, nope, not happening. Anyway, through this whole nesting stage, I suddenly just decided the birds are of utmost importance. And I have been wanting like a big feeder, bird feeder that actually keeps the seeds in. I have one that we made and the wind just blows all the seeds out. Anywho, so suddenly now is the time that I should be taking care of my birds. So I had gotten this bird feeder yesterday and Nolan's setting it up for me today, and I came into Lowe's to get the pole we need and bird seed. Why am I doing this when I'm like having quite a bit of contraction going on? Quite honestly, all these false labor startups where I honestly thought I was going into labor and then not, I just kind of quit caring, and I'm like, well, I guess once they get serious enough, then I'll know. So might as well go take care of the birds, right?
Yeah, you got the noises down, Pat.
I got that big one. You got some hard, Dad.
Settle down, safe and sound. Oh, the fire is burning here tonight. All is right. I am with you, darling. You and I.
Thank you, Xander. You bringing that for your mom?
Yeah.
That is so kind of you. Thank you, bud.
When I'm with you,
You just set it right here. You go in the deep hole.
She just didn't want to eat.
Bubbles, what did Xander do? Poor puppy, why don't you take her out? I'm sorry. Dust her off a little bit.
Can I put it in, Dad?
come and go, always know home is here forever. Highs and lows, the unknowns, we will stand together, you and I.
Not Santa.
You and I. Oh, when I'm with you, I am home. You are where I belong. The place where it all started. This is where I'm wanted. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is.
Dad, I got to the roof, Dad. Get it.
Oh, place where it all started. This is where I'm wanted. Home is where the heart is.
Way too full. Dad, it's gonna.
Home is where the heart
went to the window.
Doves won't like it as well. They sure like the fact that all the seed fell on the ground and they can hop around down there and eat it. I don't know if they actually eat out of feeders or not.
I don't know if this video was worth it to you guys for me to make. I just feel like it's sort of just standard baby prep, and a lot of things I'm taking to the hospital isn't anything just to really speak of. So anyway, yeah, but either way, it's my stage of life right now. Decided to quick make it while I am getting ready. And we'll see you guys next time. One of these days, I will be, hopefully, Lord willing, having a baby announcement video. Anyway, maybe she will already be here by the time this video comes out. Who knows? We don't know these days what's going on.